What's going on, folks? I'm going to go ahead and get right on into this and cut that little intro right there short. As you guys can see by the title right here, Juicieta, Smolieta, Senorita. Yeah, y'all see the title right here. Yeah, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and read this off real quick, okay? Right here. BYU completes investigation to Duke players' racial slur allegations, finds no evidence to corroborate the claim. BYU also lifted the ban on a fan who had been accused of shouting racial slurs. Before I get into this thing right here, let me just say this before I lose my train of thought. I hope that guy sues them. I hope that he sues Duke University. I hope he sues anybody that had anything to do with him being removed from there, because that right there possibly put a target on this guy's back. Yes, like I said, it probably put a target on this guy's back. What's going on, Lacey R? Can you imagine the scrutiny that this dude was under for doing that? Well, he didn't do anything, actually, but could you imagine that? Before I even get to this article, I just got to let some of my thoughts fly off on this, because I had a whole lot of dumb folks. I'm just saying, I'm being real. I had a whole lot of dumb folks. Well, why you always got to be going after the sister? I mean, how come she can't be right? Because she's not right. I said this days ago that they actually looked at videos. I said what the police statement, the police officer that was there, what his statement said. He said that the guy spent more time talking to me than he did actually watching the game. He said, I actually watched when the girl served, and I didn't hear him yell out no racial slurs when she served. This girl claimed that every time she served, she got slurred. Nice, right? Every time I served, I got slurred. No, but that's what she claimed. They put a target on this man back, and this dude was actually labeled as being a racist, all those things, right? And it turns out, let me just read into the article. Let me just get more into the article. My bad, y'all know how I get, because I just be wanting to tear into some of these folks, because I have no sympathy for folks that sit there and lie and put somebody else's life in jeopardy. Yes, it put his life in jeopardy. All right. Brigham Young University announced Friday that following an extensive investigation, there has been no evidence to corroborate an allegation made by a Duke women's volleyball player that she was subjected to racial slurs during a game at BYU last month. My question since this has come out like this, do you guys think that Duke University is going to apologize to BYU? Do you think that the coaches of the basketball team for Duke University, who also did not want to go and play against BYU, do you think that they're going to come out and apologize to them because they all jumped on that whole racial hustling train to make it seem like BYU is just, no, we don't want to go into a place like that. We don't want to put our athletes in an environment. Like, what environment? There was no environment. You see what I'm saying? That's the dumb stuff that they do. Y'all created that environment. You created something that did not exist, and y'all responded accordingly as if it did. And that's the same game that this volleyball player girl did, the same nonsense that she came up with, this lie that she told, that made it seem like she was just in this environment of hostile environment, of racial hate and all this. She created that. The reason why I'm telling you all that is because this is what your government is doing to you through media. That's what they're doing. But what's sad about it is that it has been working for some people who are not smart enough to see through the nonsense. Create the lie. Get people to believe the lie. And people will respond accordingly as if it is indeed true and that it did happen. You have people tweeting and speaking out and all this stuff. We can't even go to see this America that we live in. They just being openly racist now. They don't even care. They just open with they all at volleyball games. They screaming it. Ain't nothing happened. Y'all jumped on the bandwagon as if this was true without even waiting to see if any evidence came out. But that's what they expect y'all to do. I'm telling you, it should be especially black people, white people too, but definitely black people. It should be an insult to your intelligence that these people feel like they can come up and make up a lie about anything so long as it has your color tattooed to it, that they expect you to respond to it as if it did happen. That's how weak-minded they think you are, black people. I'm just telling y'all. That's how weak-minded and ignorant and dumb and emotionally driven that they think that you are, that they can just come up and create a lie and expect black people to jump on a bandwagon and react to it and do all these things, march, riot, tear stuff, all because you believed in a lie. Yes, you believed in a lie. Say what you want to. I know I'm telling the truth. I don't need nobody to justify it. I don't need nobody to validate it. I don't need nobody to confirm it. I don't need nobody to have anything like that with me pushing this truth on. Wrong is wrong, plain and simple. I don't care what color the person is. What this girl did was flat out wrong. Let me get back to the topic. The Cougars athletic department released a lengthy statement summarizing its investigation into the August 26th incident where Duke player Rachel Richardson claimed she said, I was targeted and racially heckled throughout the entirety of the match, which she said it involved into threats. Richardson alleged that BYU officials and coaches were made aware of the incident at that time, but they failed to act. You want to know why you want to know why they failed to act? Do you want to know why they failed to act? Because you claimed that it was going on the entirety of the match. And if they failed to act, that's because there was nothing to act on. See what I'm saying? But but no. See, the coaches and the officials who I told it to, they were white too. So all they were doing were taking up for their white counterparts. See, the white people are all together on this. They're all one part of this huge white supremacy, white privilege, white guilt thing. And that's the only thing they try to do on you. Actually, let me take that out. Let me take the white guilt part back out. No. The whole purpose of her doing this, and if you didn't jump on a bandwagon with her and you were a white volleyball player, she was doing that to you guys. She was trying to white guilt you, plain and simple. Told y'all, these are the games that they are playing on you. White folks, you are a target right now. You guys are the equivalents of what happened to us post-slavery and during the civil rights movement. You guys are the target right now, and the government is sitting there like it did way back during those days, during segregation and all that, when the government was behind it. And all that, the same government with the same mindset is doing the same exact thing to you right now, except they're allowing black people to do it to white people. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Black people are allowed to sit there and say, no, you guys can't come over here and sit with us, or we got our spot up here. Don't you know that y'all remember the girls at the college campus in Arizona, I think it was, telling the white dudes, y'all can't sit over. This is like for technically enough. I'm throwing this in there because it's pretty much what it comes down to. You can't come over here and sit in the colored area. So black people can go around and be segregationists and all that and not be called racist. But white people are racist. Black people can go around all day long and make up all kind of crazy lies on white people. And then I'm telling y'all, white folks, y'all fall for it. When they guilt you into it, like you need to believe me, you better believe me, because they don't want you to have no logical thinking. They have white guilted you into it and you fell prey to it. You better start using your brain, white folks. You better start using your brain. And black folks, you better start using your brain as well. Why? Because just because somebody that looks like me go out there and tell me that something happened to them or something like that, I'm not about to just react. I'm going to ask some questions. I'm talking to the equivalent of like, if I went to go visit my mom and I seen there were two men standing there with some guns, I'm going to be like, hey, hold on. What'd she do? I'm playing, y'all, but my point in saying all that is that no questions are being asked. They just want reaction. And you need to ask yourself, whoever is pushing out this agenda, whoever is pushing out this information, how are they presenting the information? Are they presenting it from an informative point of view to where they just want to give you the information on what was said, what was happening, or are they saying it in a way to get you to respond and react? Because if you don't respond and react to it according to how some blacks expect you to, then all of a sudden, oh, look, here you go. You just trying to be all you do. Y'all. Just some people are just mentally, intellectually impaired. Seriously. Cannot logically think or reason at all. Get back to this topic right here. On Friday, BYU revealed its findings and found no evidence to support Richardson's claim. From our extensive review, we have not found any evidence to corroborate the allegation that fans engaged in racial heckling or uttered racial slurs at the event. As we stated earlier, we would not tolerate any conduct that would make a student athlete feel unsafe. This is the reason for our immediate response and our thorough investigation, the statement read. Our fight is against racism, not against any individual or institution. Each person impacted has strong feelings and experiences. We honor that, and we encourage others to show similar civility and respect. Well, she didn't. She didn't, did she? We remain committed to rooting out racism wherever it is found. We hope we can all join together in an important fight. What y'all need to do, BYU? You guys need to come. I don't know all the, y'all look, I don't know all the, not the allegations. I don't know all the specifics when it comes to, I don't know all the specifics when it comes to dealing with things from a legal standpoint, but is it possible that BYU can like go after them? Because guess what? If Duke University has something on their thing, I want to hear what Duke got to say. Duke, do y'all stand for racism? Duke, do y'all stand for false allegations? Do y'all stand for filing a false police report? Do you guys, are you guys for that? Because if you are not, then what's going to happen to her? Because that's what she did. To me, that's racist. That's racist to sit there and point out a white person and say this white person did this to me, all with the intentions of getting that white person in trouble, knowing you lied on them. We'll sit there all day long. Oh, Emmett Till, which that was atrocious. That was absolutely terrible what happened to Emmett Till. But the same exact thing is what she just did to him. What if somebody would have took justice into their own hands and beat up that young man for something that he so-called said to her? Would she be responsible for that? Oh, no, it ain't got nothing to do with her. I mean, she didn't tell nobody to go out there and beat the dude up. She didn't tell nobody to egg his car or spit on him or kick him or punch him or do it. She didn't tell. But because she lied about it, it is a consequence of her lying on somebody. So what is Duke University going to do to her? Anyway, appreciate the super chat right here from Dolomite fan number 1. Said it's all about keeping black people distracted from the current issues. The elites want blacks and whites fighting forever. That's all they have, man. That's all they have. If you are listening to me right now, understand is that's all they have. Now, I'm not saying that both sides can't play games, but I'm definitely, you gotta see it that it's definitely one side that's definitely playing these games. There's a victimhood mentality, and anybody that panders to that victimhood is part of the problem. Let me give you an example. My sons, while they were growing up, they went through different phases that required me to spank them. Okay? When they got a spanking, did you know I would not let their mom comfort them? Did you know that? When they got that spanking, I wanted them to wallow in their shame. I wanted them to wallow in how bad of a thing that they did. I wanted them to wallow in. I did not want no mom to come and comfort them for what they did that was wrong, because it would give off the wrong message that if I do something wrong, I'm going to have somebody there to comfort me and pander to what I just did. No. Sit there in your room and wallow in what you just did. The reason I'm saying that is because that's exactly what a lot of folks will try to do in a situation like this. Don't sit there and try to show no sympathy or empathy for this girl blatantly lying on somebody. Punish her for what she did. Now, I gave a poll out there earlier, and right now it's at 97%. I said, should this lying volleyball player be punished by being removed from the team? 97% of you guys said yes, and 3% of you guys said no. Right? That's what the poll just got done showing. But the point is, do not sit there and try to pander. Do not sit there and try to comfort. And, oh, you poor thing. No, the girl did something flat out wrong and evil. She lied. Plain and simple. Put a bad name almost on BYU, almost put a bad name on the cop, almost put a bad name on some people she so-called told that did this, and they did nothing about it. Now, these people are already, I'm just saying, y'all don't know these things go deep. That means that these people that she said this about, they might have went home and had their own family question them, mom, or dad. So when that girl told you that, she said that you did nothing. Now you got to sit there and explain it to your kids, or explain it to your wife, explain it to your brothers and your sisters how you were not this person, or you did not do what this girl claimed that you did. Well, with current tensions right now, you know that there is, and you got to sit there. I did not. Yes, I did. I went and looked at it. When she told me that, I didn't just ignore. You know what I'm saying? All these things happen. This is the stuff that people like that don't think about. This stuff have other ramifications and other variables that people just don't think about. The guy, I already told you the guy. I'm glad they allowed the fan to come back, but they owe that dude an apology. And not only that, I told you, for some shape, form, or fashion, should he file suit? Yes, he should sue her. He should sue her. He should sue Duke. He should even go after the basketball players who, the coaches that did not allow the basketball players from Duke to come and play BYU because they were all pandering to this nonsense as well. I'll go after all of them because it made it seem like it's all his fault why BYU was not allowed to host Duke to come there and play basketball. I'm telling y'all, that's what I would do. People got to be made examples of. She needs to be made an example out of, that if you sit there and you lie and you do the things that you do, like this girl just did right here, it needs to be punished, and it needs to be a lesson for anybody that want to try to do anything like that whatsoever. If you go and make up a lie, blatantly lie, intentionally lie, then you need to be made an example of. And according to what I know, I was on a scholarship. I know that in that scholarship, it says things like we have to represent a college in such a way to not bring any type of negative attention to that college intentionally or unintentionally. Now, when you go into the unintentionally portion of that, when you read it within your scholarship as being a student athlete, it lets you know what we mean by unintentionally. That means if you're out partying, if you're out doing anything that has nothing to do with the school, do not wear anything that represents the school, because you would bring unintentional negativity. We don't care if you out, even though they do encourage you not to drink. As a student athlete, they encourage you not to drink. They encourage us not to go to any parties. They encourage you not to go back and be caught up with, possible things from home or from friends or anything like that. But what they would do, they would tell you that because you can unintentionally bring negative attention to the university, right? That's unintentional. Oh man, I didn't know that I had my Duke earrings in when I was out and I was drinking from a keg or whatever like that, and they make the school look bad. They would still be like, well, we sorry, we told you that. Now they might kind of investigate that, might give you a little bit of pass on that. That's unintentional. What we're talking about is intentionally. She intentionally, under Duke's name and representation, lied about somebody throwing racial slurs at her throughout the entire match. And the camera does not lie. The camera does not lie. So my question is going to be, what is Duke going to do? Is Duke going to be like what I told you on this? Not to call my wife out, because a lot of you women do that when your husband spank your kids. Is Duke going to try to pander to the kid? Is Duke going to try to come and comfort her? Is Duke going to try to come up with some type of thing? Well, there are racial things going on out there. And no. She needs to be punished accordingly. If it was me, because I live in a world where I feel like there might be some jest, I would ask the guy that she got thrown out of the game and lied on, I would ask him, what would you want to do to her? Now, if he come out and say, you know what? I'm thinking that everything that happened there, let there be a lesson to her. Let her stay on the team. Then kudos to that guy. But if he turns around and say, I think she needs to be completely kicked off of Duke University's campus and not allowed to go to nothing to do with Duke at all, and I'm going to sue her, then let that be his choice, because he is the one that got affected by this. But at the same time, a lot of us got affected by it, because look what it did. I was on a panel the other day, and you always got some folks of a certain mindset that if you bring up anything that a person black is doing, they will try to defend it. Well, what do you mean? How do we know? And whatever, how do we know? There's some times on there where your lips can be like them Chinese movies saying he can sit there and go, Igor, 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 Igor. He could have done something like that. Oh my God. So stupid. We'll come up with any ways to justify somebody doing something like this online. Anyway, let me read this super chat right here. Harry Chillanger said, dude, my parents would have kicked my butt from here to Jupiter for something like this. Exactly. But she had a judge and all that stuff like that, she had a judge. Her mother or somebody in her family is a judge or something like that they was actually trying to throw that all in there too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody they're just trying to cash in. All right, so let me get back to this article, y'all. I told y'all when I get on ranting something, I just. According to the university officials, reviewed all available. According to the university officials, reviewed all available video and audio recordings of the match, including security footage and footage taken by BYU TV. The school also interviewed more than 50 people in attendance, which included Duke officials and student athletes on the team. There will be some who assume we are being selective in our review. To the contrary, we have tried to be as thorough as possible in our investigation, and we renew our invitation for anyone with evidence contrary to our findings to come forth and share it, the university said. You know what that means? That means there's a good chance, there's a 99.9% chance that the BYU University has nothing to hide. When you are like me, in cases where I'm saying, don't believe me, go look at the stuff for yourself. I wish that the school can just say, look, to any fans, any influencers, anybody out there that want to watch all the footage that we have, you can find it on our website at such and such and such and such, and you guys can be the judge of it. To me, it seems like they have nothing to hide. Don't forget, folks, while I'm doing all this jabbing on, hit that like button right there. You might have forgotten to do it. hit the like button so the video can be recommended within the YouTube world. That's your way of saying I'm recommending Ty Smith stuff to the rest of the world. I really appreciate you guys for that. And don't forget, you guys all have a phone with contacts in there that you can tell family members about my channel. I am almost at 300,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the reason for that, and I really appreciate you. Really appreciate your attentiveness. Really appreciate your comments in here. Just want to throw that out there real quick. So let me get back to this. All right. Switch up, Cam. All right, so like I said, they say there will be some who assume that they're being selected, but they said for anyone who have any evidence contrary to what we have, they said share it. Like, share it. Duke responded in a statement saying it unequivocally stands with its team, but did not outwardly address BYU's finding. Now, listen to this. I'm going to tell y'all how this girl is going to probably she's going to probably get ready to feel a little bit of heat right now. Notice what I said. Because somebody, whoever Duke's spokesperson is, maybe the athletic director, I don't know. But listen to this. Said Duke responded in a statement saying it unequivocally stands with its team. Which team? Y'all see what I'm saying? Don't forget the basketball team had an issue too, right? The basketball team did not want to go there. See what I'm saying? This is the things that they do, y'all. These you have to be able to see through a lot of this stuff that they do. You have to be able to see through the wording. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? You got to be able to see between like the sleight of, you know how they have sleight of hand? Sleight of wording. Duke University said, we unequivocally stand with our team. Which one? You didn't say we unequivocally stand with the volleyball team. You didn't say we unequivocally stand with the basketball team, because both of them had an issue with BYU. And not only that, I know this girl's probably going to be feeling the heat, and I might be jumping the gun on this a little bit because I haven't read further on. If I do, I will retract this statement. You notice that Duke University didn't say we unequivocally stand with Miss Richardson? You notice they didn't say that, did they? It's cold out there, isn't it, Miss Richardson? It's cold out there. You know black folks don't like cold, huh? Yeah, I said it. Anyway, y'all, look, I'm sorry. It just when stuff like this happens, it's ridiculous. Okay, let me cam up again to a different angle, right? All right. BYU also announced, now let me stop. The 18 members of Duke University volleyball team are exceptionally strong women who represent themselves, their families, and the Duke University with the utmost integrity. We unequivocally stand with and champion them, especially when their character is called into question. Duke Athletics believes in respect, equality, oh, there it is. They go the CRT words in there. They got the inclusiveness, and we do not tolerate hate and biases. Okay, hold on. Now, this is where it's going to get real sketchy at. The 18 members of Duke University volleyball team are exceptionally strong women who represent themselves, their families, and Duke University with the utmost integrity. We unequivocally stand with the champion. We unequivocally stand with and champion them, especially when their character is called into question. Duke Athletics believes in respect, equality, inclusiveness, and we do not tolerate hate or biases. To you who are listening to this right now, to 304 of you in here who have not hit that thumbs up button yet, that's listening to me right now, I ask you, Duke Athletics believes in respect, equality, inclusiveness, and we do not tolerate hate or bias. So I'm asking you guys in here right now. With that being said, since Duke Athletics believes in these things, do you, the viewing audience, with a yes or a no, did this volleyball player violate any of the following that I'm getting ready to read off that Duke Athletics believes in? Did she violate respect? Did she violate equality? Did she violate inclusiveness? Did she violate hate and bias? Did she do any of those? If Duke's saying that they believe in respect, equality, inclusiveness, we do not tolerate hate or bias. Well, guess what? If you don't tolerate hate or bias, then what is it that this young lady, Miss Richardson, what is it that she displayed when she made up these lies of a white man? Yeah, since they want to throw, you know how they always want to throw color in there when it's the other way around. How about we throw it in there when a black girl accuses a white person of racial slurs, is that not bias that she's doing right there? Is that not disrespectful right there? That's not equality. That's inequality. Why? Because she expects them to be treated completely different than what she is. So that won't be equal. So if it was the other way around, if there was a black person up there yelling at that a white person, what would happen? Y'all, we ain't even about to get all into that. Y'all, you already know. You already know. All right. BYU also announced that the ban on a fan, not a student from BYU, had been lifted as a result of the investigation. The man was escorted out after reportedly interfering with guests, not for shouting racial slurs. He was later identified as being mentally challenged, a BYU athletics official told the BYU Cougar Chronicle, the student-run newspaper. As a result of our investigation, we have lifted the ban on the fan who was identified as having uttered racial slurs during the match. Now, there's some confusing stuff in here. Does this make sense to y'all? The man was escorted out after reportedly interfering with guests, but not for shouting racial slurs. You want to know why? Because he wasn't shouting racial slurs. Now, as a result of our investigation, we have lifted the ban on the fan who was identified as having uttered racial slurs during the match. We have not found any evidence that that individual engaged in such an activity. BYU sincerely apologizes to the fan for any hardship the ban has caused, is what the university said. According to Desert News, Christian Barrow, a freshman and just one of 4 black players on Duke's team, previously told local outlets that she did not hear any slurs during the game, but she stood by Richardson. Now look, listen to me, folks. I don't care who you are. You see, I'm one of those people. I got to have more clarification. If you say, hey, I didn't hear no racial slurs or anything said to my teammate, but I stand by her. What does that mean to stand by her? Let me tell you something. Hobson made a really good, he said a really good bar in one of his rap songs that I love because it's so true. There are certain people that I was cool with, friends with, that I hung out with coming up in the projects and ghetto and all that in the hood. But there are certain ones that I knew, bro, I am not going to the store with you. Dude, you always stealing. I'm not going to go to the store with you. Everybody know from the hood and from the projects that if you with anybody that get caught doing a crime, you're going to go down too. If you're in a car with a cousin and the police have to pull him over and he got drugs in the car, all of y'all are getting arrested and going downtown. Period. Reason why I say that because Hobson has a part in his song that says, I can't even mess with you because if we are together, you're going to get caught stealing some stuff and get my butt in trouble too. What I'm saying that for? I ain't standing by nothing. I'm not, dude. I could be on that team. Look, Ty, you were there. Did you hear? I didn't hear no racial slurs or anything like that being said to her at all. I didn't hear anything. That's it. Now, she can be pissed off at me all she wants to. But I'm going to sit there and be like, nobody said nothing to you. Don't get mad at me. They didn't yell nothing at you. Now, I'm not going to go far and say, and I stand by her. What do you mean you stand? I'm not standing by that. That means you standing by people. So does that mean that you are standing by the fact that she lied? Are you standing by the fact that she made up this story? Are you standing by the fact that she got this dude kicked out of a game? Or are you standing by the fact that she probably put a target on this dude back? Is that what you're standing by? Are you standing by the fact that it made it look even worse for black people now? That now it's going to get to a point to where when somebody might have a real legit racist thing that happened to them, it's going to be so watered down, nobody's going to believe it. Girl who cried wolf. That's what I'm saying. I'm not standing by anything that is unjust and that is wrong. I don't care. Listen to me when I tell you this. I do not care who it is. It can be my own children. If my sons them do something that is illegal and is wrong, I guarantee you will never see me going, I'll stand by my sons. Do I love them? Yes. Do I want the best for them? Yes. But if they do something wrong, I'm going to be on them just like the justice system would be. That's what you get. You deserve it. You shouldn't have did it. No, I'm not getting you out of jail. No, I'm not posting bail. You're going to stay in there until they let your butt out, period. No. You shouldn't have did it. But I'm not about to sit there. I stand by my son for doing. No, absolutely not. If this girl is my child, yeah, she would be in some deep trouble. I send you off to one of the most prestigious colleges in here, and this is stuff that you want to pull. I send you off to one of the number one Ivy League universities, and this is the stuff that you pull. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let me see if there's any more I have to read here. Then I'll let y'all go. Yep, said her friend, the last thing they said on here is that her friend said she did not hear any racial slurs being said to her at all. And at the same time, again, I'm going to leave y'all with this. If there was something to hide, Duke University wouldn't so openly tell everybody else. We invite y'all. If there's anybody there that got a camera, if you had it on your phone, if you've seen any of this stuff going on that's totally different than what we've already said, can y'all please bring that in to us? Bring it in so we can see it, because we don't have it. So she lied, y'all. Black folks that might be watching this, I don't care what you say. She lied. If this girl has family members that actually is behind her and is encouraging her, you are encouraging a compulsive liar is what you're doing. You are encouraging a compulsive liar. That means this girl can continue to go on and do it. If you are the parent of this girl and you are not punishing her for what she did, oh no, you know what they can do? They can manipulate them videos. They can sit there and think things out. They can sit there and look, there was a point there. You can look, there go a white dude right there. Look, how come his lips ain't moving? How come his lip? He's doing like this, but he look real close. Look real close. He don't even have no lips in that video. How was they able to put the thing? He don't even have no lips. Anyway, Harry Challenger said, just wait, she'll get a book deal. I know, right? Appreciate the super chat. Lon Dong said there is one possible piece of information that is not being conveyed in the story, and that is what is the noise level of the crowd. What the noise level of the crowd is like at a volleyball or NBA game or somewhat like that. No, this is a volleyball game. There ain't no noise level there. There ain't no noise level. It's quiet until somebody scores, pretty much. It's like almost like playing golf. You know, while they're serving, only people you hear yelling is the girls on the court. You know, they're saying stuff while they're talking to each other, communicating while the ball is being served and all that, while the ball is in play. But typically nobody is out there just yelling like people do in basketball games and football games. So yeah, so that's what made it so great, is that people would have clearly heard this dude saying this. People would have you're yelling that from the bleachers. People would have clearly heard him saying that. And then let's just go a step further. Knowing where we are in America right now, if this dude did indeed say what this girl said he did throughout the whole match, I don't care who you are, you would have had some white American people straight going at that dude. A fight probably would have broke out. You would have had white people surrounding that dude and yelling at him because they like, dude, or do you know what you are doing? You are getting ready to start some. I'm just saying that's what would have happened. In the real world, that's what would have. I don't care what the news is trying to portray to y'all. Y'all minds are messed up. They're getting y'all to believe this. If somebody is at a game like this yelling out racial slurs, I guarantee you white people would have stood up and been flaming that dude if he would have been yelling something like that. White people and black people on top. Here's why I say white people, because I'm just saying you don't see a lot of them at volleyball. You don't see a lot of black people at volleyball games. I haven't. But I'm just saying I've seen things. At college I went to, volleyball games, no. They don't draw a big crowd like that. The point is, if he would have been yelling that out, dude would have had a whole bunch of white people in his face. Who the F are you doing? Don't you say nothing like that. Hey, get this guy out of here. Get him out of here. You seen they did it to, come on now. People call LeBron James stuff. And his petty self. People have called LeBron James stuff in games. One person said something like, LeBron James has to feel being a P. You have people out there, hey, watch your mouth, lady. You don't talk to him like that. You know what I'm saying? But let alone, in today's world, knowing what you white people are facing right now, y'all, hey, whoa, what you doing now? You see what's going on in America right now, dude, are you serious right now? You yelling that out right now? Do you see what's happening to white people right now? You want to yell this out of the game? They would have been all over that dude. Black people definitely been all over, but I'm saying white people would have been the first ones to sit there and been all over that dude, because you would have had some people in there, let's just be real, you would have some white people in there that definitely would have did it out of virtue signaling. You'd have some white people that did it in there out of anger of this dude starting stuff. You just had some right white people in there that would have did it just because it was flat out wrong to yell those things out. But I doubt if there would have been any white people in there like, yeah, that's right. Keep it going, dude. Keep it going. Keep yelling that out to that because this is our country. Matter of fact, let's all shave our heads and pull out the Confederate flags, get the horses and the whips. Yeah. No, absolutely 100% not. But according to this story when it first came out, that's what they would have had you believing. That the reason why nothing happened is because we live in a systemically racist area. BYU is showing this institutionalized and systemic racism by the white people all sitting there not saying a word about what this dude was saying to this girl. They would have had you believe that the officials and the cops and all of them that were involved in it, they didn't do anything and say anything is because that they were all white and they're all in this together, plain and simple. But it turned out to be a lie. Anyway, folks, again, appreciate you guys all being in here. Don't forget, if you have not hit that like button yet, smash the like button, click that like button so this video can be recommended within the YouTube algorithm. Appreciate you guys, and I'm almost at 300,000 subs, and that is due to you guys, and I really appreciate that. If you would like to donate to the channel, that's how you can do it right there through PayPal Me, right? If you want to donate there and you like what I'm doing, you can donate there. If you do, awesome, thank you. If you don't, great. It does not matter. I'm not about that. If you want to join Patreon to where if I happen to get banned or something like that before I get my website, join Patreon right there. That's how you can do it. Patreon.com/Modern Renaissance Man. $1, $12 a year. You pay $1 a month. Okay. If you do, great. If you don't, great. If you would like to send gifts, knowledge, books, things, you guys have sent me all kinds of things. I have things right. I have books, journals, things like that. I have a lot of things that you guys send me. I even have lists. This is the truth. Look at this. See that? Personal letters that people just write, things like that. That's how you can do it right there. Don't worry, I do not live there, so you don't have to worry about nothing happening. I have family to check this stuff out for me, and actually have somebody that in their area, since I know them, that work at the post office. I have them go a little bit above and beyond for mail that comes in for me to that P.O Box. That's how you can do it there. So if, like I said, with all that being said, folks, if you do those things, that's great. If you don't, great. It's not going to make no difference in my life or nothing like that. I'm just telling you that option is there. And yes, there is merch on Teespring, but you have to check the link in this description down below. That's where the merch is on Teespring, where I got my Uncle Tom cup, things like that, et cetera, all right? So moving on to the next thing here, folks. You guys keep my tab pulled up. Keep it pulled up. Check it every 10 minutes or something like that to see if I am on here doing something, all right? Appreciate you all. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.